Hey, what's going on, everybody? Echo Side Fiend here, back once again. And today, jumping up on here to talk about what I would say is some pretty big news, and that is, of course, Wednesday evening, ICP announcing their Bloody Sunday show that's going to be coming up on October 30th. So, of course, Devil's Night, night before Hallowicked, which they have not announced yet, Hallowicked. But this show sounds really cool. Like right off the bat, when I saw it in my Instagram first, and then went to it was right before I was going to bed too when I noticed it because I get up early on Thursday, and so I quick went to their Facebook just to read about it, see what they posted, and of course it's called the Bloody Sunday Show. So I'll go ahead and throw the flyer up there just in case you haven't seen it. It's a fucking awesome flyer. Whoever designed this did a great job as far as like the minimalist effect and making it look really like evil and mysterious. And of course, that is what the show is going for. Of course, it says walk into the darkness. Insane Clown Posse presents a celebration of the macabre. And then Bloody Sunday with the three crosses and shit is cool. Everything in Roman numerals. Now, this show, of course, like I said, is going to be on Devil's Night, October 30th, at the City Club in Detroit. City Club is a really cool venue. I have been there before, but not for concerts. I've been there, I'm going to say probably 3 or 4 times. But it was years ago too. It might be all maybe remodeled or something. I don't know. But a friend of mine went to U of M, which is in Ann Arbor, University of Michigan. He was going there for 2 or 3 years. He went for art school, and I would go out and visit him usually once every couple months, sometimes once a month, and just go out there and spend the weekend. And we'd always go into Detroit because it's just like a half hour away. And he's back then he was kind of not really goth, but he was into kind of the goth night scene, nightlife. And the City Club was a dance club, and it catered to that goth nightlife. And he liked to dance, like he'd go and try to meet girls and stuff. And I'm not a dancer, so I would just go sit at the bar and drink and just check out all the hot goth chicks there because there was a lot of them. But regardless, so I've been there several times for that. Like I said, I shouldn't even say several times. Like I said, like 3, 4 times maybe. But it's a really cool place. If I remember right, it's in the bottom of like a hotel and shit. It's really cool, and it's right downtown Detroit. And it's a very, like I said, very popular among that the goth nightlife. Assuming that that's still the way it is, but regardless, I think this will be a great place for the show. Relatively small. I'm going to say like 500 to 600 capacity probably. So I'm sure this will sell out. And tickets are a little pricey, obviously. They were $99, but in the long run, it's probably worth it. Of course, with ICP possibly winding their live performance career down. So anyway, moving on, the flyer says a night of ICP performing their absolute darkest, most rancid and vile music. And so that sounds fucking awesome. Obviously, for me, that's one of the biggest things that drew me into them was how dark and the horror aspect to their music and the slasher film set to music, slasher film on a CD, however you want to word it. That's one of the things that really drew me to ICP. So that'll be awesome. And then, of course, it says, if you dare, come dressed in all black for a very special gift. Then it says, free gift strictly enforced. So I'm guessing that they mean if you have a stitch of white on you, you will not be coming in. So I'm curious if that means, like, if I were to go and wear this, would this not count as all black? You know what I mean? So, well, I'll get to that in a little bit. I'll be talking a little bit more about this show, and I will be revealing whether or not I'll be attending. So, now the question is, for me and DC Fago guy were messaging back and forth about this. I won't really get into his opinion because he might want to make a video about it, but just to say why I started thinking about this was me and him messaging back and forth. Did ICP do this just to fuck with Fright Fest? Because of course Fright Fest was already announced. Let's quickly go over that real quick. I'll throw that flyer up here as well. So just and then we'll get into whether or not I feel ICP did this purposely. So Fright Fest announced a few weeks ago at St. Andrews Hall, like it has been the past at least two years or so. Obviously, the 2020 didn't have any concerts, but the last few that they've done were at St. Andrews Hall. Obviously on Devil's Night, St. Andrews Hall, Detroit. This year is going to be Attack of the Ninjas. They've done that a few times. And they're obviously having everybody on the show, as they do. So you got Twiztid, Boondocks, James Garcia, Lex the Hexmaster, Red, Blaze, ABK, Al Azul, Elu, the ROC, and Oh the Horror. Usually they have like some local openers and stuff too. So at least, what do we got? What, at least 10. So, and then of course VIP packs available. I don't usually do that for Fright Fest, but anyway, that announced a few weeks ago, and then of course the ICP Bloody Sunday announced just this past Wednesday. So, did ICP do this just to fuck with Twiztid? At first, part of me was saying yeah, but then I was messaging with somebody else. I won't reveal the name just in case they don't want to get involved. But this person did say, like, well, there wasn't a whole lot of time. You know, they had these days because they got, I think that Palcast thing is going to be on the 29th, Hallowicked on the 31st. So if they want to do something like this when everybody's there in Detroit, it's like the 30th is the only time to do it. So I see that. But, you know, throughout the years, especially since the split, it's been nice that they just kind of respected each other as far as Twiztid would be doing Fright Fest on the 30th, ICP would be doing Hallowicked on the 31st. So that way, as a supporter of both camps, like myself, I want to go to both. I want to support Twiztid, and I want to and MNE, and I want to support ICP and Psychopathic. And of course, I'm not missing Hallowicked. That's just, you know, the long and the short of it. If Twiztid were to move Fright Fest to Halloween, well, sorry, Twiztid, I'm going to see ICP because, as I've stated before, ICP is the band that I like a little bit more. I'm a fan of both, but I like ICP a little bit more. And obviously, Hallowicked is my tradition. That's not changing. And then, of course, over the years, my tradition kind of expanded a little bit to I would always go to Fright Fest and then go to Hallowicked. And that's what I've been doing for several years. There was one year when I was dating my ex-girlfriend. Her birthday was, I should say, October 30th. And so she liked going to Hallowicked and Fright Fest, and she really liked Twiztid. But there was one year she wanted to go to Traverse City, if I remember right, for some type of pagan thing. I don't know. It's something she was into. It's nothing I believe in. But regardless, we went to that one year. So, and then we came into Detroit for Hallowicked. But otherwise, I've always gone to Fright Fest, you know, as soon as they started doing them on the 30th, and then Hallowicked on the 31st. So, throughout the years, I've always liked that they were kind of respectful in that aspect, so to speak. And running their shows like on those 2 days, because they have to know, both camps have to know there's going to be a ton of people that want to go to both. So with ICP announcing this, it's kind of, at first part of me was like, well, you know, I'm going to still go to Fright Fest and continue with my tradition. So of course they announced this Wednesday night. Thursday I'm out running my route, and all I could think about all day was like, fuck, I want to go to that Bloody Sunday show. You know, and I know that the two venues aren't very far apart. So then I started thinking, like, okay, I've seen Twiztid enough, and it's nothing against Twiztid, but I could go and support the rest of them on the show, and then take off, and then head over to see ICP. I don't know who ICP has opening for them, but so then I could get over there and get to this Bloody Sunday show. But then I'm like, well, I want to do the dress in all black and get the gift. Oh, what if they run out of those or something, you know? And I'm like, I don't know. So I was just so conflicted, and then you know, just throughout the day, I know a few other people that bought tickets already, and I got home and I'm looking at the ticket and I'm like, fuck it, I'm buying one. So, yep, I have officially bought a ticket to ICP's Bloody Sunday. I do think I'll probably just end up picking up a ticket for Fright Fest as well. I know they probably won't sell out, but they usually come pretty damn close, though. I mean, it'll be packed in there at St. Andrews. So I'll probably end up picking up a ticket for Fright Fest because they're only like $30. And then if I somehow can't, you know, try to get over there and hit that show and then get to ICP, it's $30. It's not the end of the world, you know. And that way I at least got my ticket. So if I'm like, okay, I can definitely do this, then I've got my ticket and I can just go. Not 100% sure on that yet, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Like I said, $30. not the end of the world if I were to get it and not go. But I do want to. I do want to go to Fright Fest. I want to support Twiztid and MNE and everybody else. And of course, I want to see Ala Zul Ilu, but I am officially going to Night of the Zooligans on October 1st. So if I weren't to get there to see Zool, I'll have just earlier in the month seen him. So um, in the long run, I do think that the Bloody Sunday show was a good choice for me. Maybe it won't be for everybody, but I decided to go with that. And I'm probably still, like I said, going to try to get into Fright Fest, at least for a little bit, just to say I went and did my tradition, Fright Fest and Hallowicked. But in the long run, the Bloody Sunday is my ultimate destination. So now, as far as that dress code, as far as the what you got to wear all black to get the not really a dress code, but to get the gift, which I'm guessing will be a like a CD single. And if they're doing like these dark macabre songs, it'll probably be a really fucking dark song. So definitely want to get that for my collection, assuming that it's a CD single. So like I said, I'm wondering if I were to go in there, like I've got a couple pairs of black cargo shorts. Now I've got one pair that I wear pretty frequently that are like, they're black, but the stitching in them is white. So I'm like, oh, I'll just wear those. And I'm like, oh wait, they might say like the stitching is white, so you can't, that doesn't count. So I have another pair that that are all black, and when it comes to my cargo shorts, they got to go over my knee. I got to have long. I'm not comfortable with ones that don't go over my knee. It's literally just a comfort thing. So I've got a pair that are like nice long cargo shorts, pure black, nothing else, like no other coloring on them. So I'll be rocking those. I'm gonna have to go get a different pair of shoes because I just always buy just the Skechers slip-ons with like the memory foam sole. And the pair I have right now have white trim. So I'm going to just sometime in the next couple months we have a Skechers outlet store here. I'm going to go buy a pair that's just pure black. I always wear black socks anyway. And then, so then like I was saying, like if I were to wear, let's say for example, this, would they say, nope, this is not black, So I'm like, well, I don't have any blank black t-shirts. So like, well, I guess I could just go buy a pack of like Hanes ones. I'm like, wait, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my buddy Jeremy at Furniture City Graphics make me a black t-shirt. He uses the vinyl, I think he calls it like vinyl heat seal or something. And I'm going to have him make me a black t-shirt with a black Hatchet Man and have him put Psychopathic Records in black on the back. So it'll be similar to like that, I think they called it the Blackout series. So very similar to that. So because it's the vinyl, if it catches in light, it'll kind of reflect a little bit. So it'll be noticeable. But it'll be all black, so that's what I'm going to do. And then usually for those concerts, I rock my mohawk. But if I do decide I want to wear a hat, I do have one of those Jump Steady inspired Hatchet Man hats that are all black. So I've got a hat that I could wear, and but I usually just throw my my hawk up. So, and then if it's cool out, I usually wear like a thermal, like a long sleeve thermal, like the long underwear style shirt under, and then wear a t-shirt over it, and I'll just buy like a black one. So I have for that. So I'll have all black because I gotta get that fucking free CD, whatever it is. I'm guessing it's a free CD. So yep, my ultimate pick is Bloody Sunday. So I think that'll be a awesome show. Again, being in Detroit, their darkest fucking music. Night before Hallowicked, so I get to see him twice in a row, and really excited for it. And again, like I said, with ICP possibly kind of winding down their live performances, I feel like this is probably the better choice. And then still try to make Fright Fest so I can at least say I did both like I usually do. And of course, like I said, I want to support Twiztid. This is nothing against Twiztid. It sucks we had to pick, or at least for me it did. But ultimately, Bloody Sunday won out, and I know Fright Fest is going to be a fucking blast. I know everybody who chooses to go to that's going to have a blast, and I want to go to it. So I definitely understand having to pick, but in the long run, I think for me, Bloody Sunday was the right choice, and that's what I'm going with. So definitely excited for it. I hope everybody who wants to go to Bloody Sunday can do it, because obviously the Hallowicked will probably be a little pricey too, so I know for some people it might make it kind of a struggle. For me, it's not so much an issue, but I know it could be for some, and that sucks too. But also with ICP not touring, of course, they've got to recoup their money in other ways. And I think $100 for like a special concert is it's pricey, but I feel it's fair. For me, ICP is worth that. So not too upsetting for me, but I know it could be for some. But regardless, enough rambling. Again, I hope everybody can make it that wants to go. I don't know if it's sold out already. I haven't looked, but I bought my ticket Thursday with no issue. So if you are planning on going, I would pick one up soon. I actually, on my Thursday route, I service a dispensary. I won't say which one, but I service a dispensary. And the guy there, the manager there, he's not a juggalo, but he's kind of like, throughout the years, he's been to the gathering before, and he was a supporter of Twiztid and ICP throughout the years, and he still like digs them, and he knows we always talk about stuff when I'm in there, and as soon as I walked in, he's like, dude, he's like, I think I'm gonna go to that fucking show they announced last night, and I was like, fuck yeah, man, if you do, you'll have to let me know, we'll have to meet up, and it's like, fuck yeah, man. So I know people that aren't even like hardcore juggalos that want to go to that, so it'll be it's definitely gonna be cool. So again, I hope everybody that wants to go is able to, and it'll be awesome to go to this and then Hallowicked the next night. So all right, well, enough rambling. That's pretty much all I've got to say on it. Looking forward to it. We're getting close to the Hallowicked season. I can't wait for October. And anybody who watches my channel knows it's my favorite time of year. We still got like a month and a half and till October 1st. Of course, I'm kicking off the month, like I said, going to Night of the Zooligans. I can't fucking wait. The venue that's at looks fucking killer, and I'm really excited for that. So just can't wait. October, get here faster. Come on. So, all right. Well, as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. This is Echoside Fiend, and I will catch you in the next one. Too sweet.